The best place to explore the Black Country is the living museum of the same name. The Rolfe Street public bathhouse, opened in 1882, is the location of the static exhibits. Chains are what these gritty folk are most famous for. As a landlocked area, it is strange that anchors were made here, the most famous being the huge anchors for the ill-fated SS Titanic. The riches beneath the ground make this an area at the forefront of the Industrial Revolution. Coal seams 30 feet thick just below the surface. Ironstone, limestone and fireclay readily available. Nearby are canals for transportation to all parts of the globe. The strangely named Racecourse Mine was built on the site of the Dudley Racecourse. The railway tracks took the punters to Wolverhampton and left it to the miners. The headstocks are made of wood so they can easily be moved. Power came from the single-cylinder steam engine. Outside is the winding drum and shaft signals from underground. The last coal was raised in 1902, and man riding was done in this fragile-looking cage. They took only the large coal, and the small coal often caught fire, with the very earth belching smoke, adding to the poor atmospheric conditions. As always, old boilers just lie where they fell. But one boiler is a rarity, a haystack boiler from the first workable steam engine. This is a full-scale replica of the Newcomen atmospheric engine, the only one left working. It was used to pump water from the mine with the rocking beam. Thomas Newcomen built his engine in 1712, and the steam age was born. To get around the site, trams run from the main gate to the mine and town. All the driver has to do is move the pickup arm and drive from the other end. Are they so different from the latest trams? A fun fair gives a little lightness in a hard life. A school with a difference from the turn of the century, complete with a fierce teacher. Children are taught in the week. On Saturdays, it's the adults who take a turn. Most trades are coped with in the town, but the Hobbs Fish and Chip shop did most business. It gives us an insight into the lives of these hard-working men and women, how they lived and loved amid the smoke and the grime, often dying early, just worn out at 40. They did not know the perils of smoking, and shops selling tobacco were here. If you want a new suit or a cap to visit the Town Institute, not a problem. Or maybe listening to the radio is your pleasure. Old-fashioned radio receivers are available, if you have the money. The little workshops is Side Bottom Strap Works, looking like it had just been left in the middle of an order. Traps to snare any negligent rodents, bear traps and even man traps. Should you think that it was just a cottage industry, think again when you see the stencils for ports and cities all over the world. down the canal on their long journey by sea. Canal transport made this area ideal for heavy engineering works, with rolling sheds and forges glowing red hot. Steam hammers beating out an ear-splitting tattoo like the heartbeat of the town. The houses were modest back-to-backs, with the outside privy just a one-hole earth toilet. In the lower town was the place to buy your tin baths and galvanised buckets. Also the pub was near the works, a real spit and sawdust bar. A gigantic stone edifice dominated the town. It was the bank of lime kilns called the Castle Lime Works. Again the limestone and coal came in by boat, and the roasted lime was loaded for transport. The limestone came from mines located underground. Canals ran inside the tunnels. Limestone was loaded directly into the barges, and the coal from the pit roadways that bisected the canal.
And so it took an awful long while for anything to grow basically on the surface. If you go up now, it's a beautiful lush forest right across the top of us, and it really is nice to go up there. But they always had this configuration on the end of the sharp point and a hook. The sharp point was used for jamming into the brickwork and barging the way down the tunnel.
They had to leg the boats along, a process where two people laid on each end of a plank and just simply walked down the tunnel wall.
And the reason why these boats are moving very quickly, well-ish, is because there's no resistance, or pretty well no resistance of water. And you can literally get faster and faster and faster.
Anchors and heaps of chains lay around the aptly named Anchor Forge, where Isaiah Preston was the ironmaster. Machinery lay in various states of decay, rusting slowly away. But one blacksmith is still at work making chains.
So I get the two ends wrapped over each other so I've got the basic shape to the link chain. Those two ends now need welding together. It goes into the hottest part of the fire. I'm going to get the metal white hot. When I bring it out and strike it with a hammer, I'm going to force the two surfaces together so it becomes one continuous piece of chain. That's all welded together. To finish it off, I use this hammer, gets rid of all the flat spots and gives the uniform thickness. It's called the Tommy hammer. There you go, job done.
Leaving the museum showing life when times were hard, we must ponder, is society any happier today?